keep finding myself clashing with the manager of Leeds, Daniel Farke. On one side, he wants a marquee signing, and I want financial stability. Now, we are trying to meet in the middle over one player, and one player only today, with Leeds chasing form in the Premier League, and also chasing a Conference League trophy. Yes, people, definitely not an FA Cup. If you haven't seen the last episode, please go ahead and watch it, or the last part if you're watching the full movie, was quite crucial because, well, we'll start on the positive. We've signed everybody up to contracts, not losing anybody for free this year like we did Nemecha and Aronson, but we embarrassed ourselves. Humiliation ritual at the hands of Plymouth Argyle. We're out of the FA Cup. This is the hottest day imaginable, and now we've got to try and win what we're in, which isn't the Carabao, but the Conference League. I think we've still got 2 more games to go. We're unbeaten in this. We've played 1 game. I think we can sim a few more. With the Premier League having to improve, we sit 14th. Unless we do really well in the Conference League, we're not going to be doing anything come next season. In terms of progression, this is the team that just played in the Cup, so I definitely know that Muller's not worthy of a place near this squad. We do have Tresoldi, now an 85 rated, and we've got to raise some funds because the man we have selected we want to buy is the brother of a current player. Archie Gray is brother with Harry Gray, who's currently in our squad, not loaned out, but this man's on a long-term contract at Tottenham, but he said he would come back. Now even the media's quizzing him over a return to Leeds, and he's staying tight-lipped. As you can see, this is a move that could happen. Bergvall stayed at the club. They have Yves Bissouma still there, Conor Gallagher, Kulusevski's in a midfield position, Papa Mateus Sarr's really good, and they've also signed Lucas Paqueta. It's the reverse of Mano Solomon, West Ham to Spurs. To be fair, it's a Fernandes deal. As we've got 32 million, we've got to select one player kind of that we have to sell in order to get Gray in. Now it kind of matters where we play Archie Gray. Are we going to play him in the midfield? Going to play him in the defence? Going to play him a bit of both like Ampadu, but I'm not selling Ampadu. In the last episode, we sold Sebastian Bornau, who's a defender, meaning if Gray did come back for an initial period, he'd probably have to play as a defender, which we do currently have a few of. Jackson Conway is going to be pushed out wide at some point. The defender in question, I think, is Jacobiol, our Slovenian. I can't sell Tariq, he's been wonderful. Joe Rodon's the captain of the club when Ampadu ain't playing. And obviously Ampadu is the captain, who I was changing to a centre-back. Maybe we could leave him in the midfield, maybe we could leave him as a DM so he can actually float. I'm thinking Lacabijol's the one we sell, although we are getting big bids in for Logan Rhodes, who is our youngster. Bids in for Dan James, who is now 30. If Rhodes was to get some game time, Dan James could depart the club, although he is having a good season this year. Massive offer for Schneiderrup. Could we even reject that from Liverpool? See, Liverpool probably need a winger, and we're in no position to not sell. He's got 7 goals for us this season, new signing, but Okafor has 4. I just can't think I can sell him. I think it's got to be Jacob that goes. Dan James is having a stellar season. And to be fair, I can try and squeeze more money for Schneiderrup if he goes. I'm trying to work on his pronunciation. Is it Schneiderrup, you guys have told me in the comments? I'm probably going to fluctuate between. And 62 million, that's a lot more money. We might be making 2 signings. And of course, the day after I accept that one, a bid comes in for Jacobiol. But it's Schneiderrup we are losing. I know that man behind him isn't going to be happy at all. Last time out, he was furious, Farke. Now it seems like he's a bit more angry. He's using the abandoned quotation that Glasner used before he left Crystal Palace. He's gone to Liverpool, a league rival, but we can't turn down that money. We've now got £92 million. We've got Tottenham up next, meaning obviously we're not going to get Archie Gray before we play the direct team he's playing for. Maybe Farke can have a word in the dressing room after the game, but we still need to beat them, and then we need to sign a replacement on the left, which I do have in mind. We've got Logan Rhodes I want to get more game time to, but he now plays preferably on the right. Radu Dragusin's in their defence even ahead of Archie Gray. Weird one. Bring him home. As here goes Fisher. Fisher's trying to still train as a right midfielder. We're a bit loose at right mid, but still I don't mind it. That's a terrible touch. Congested period of games at the end of Jan. The team looks very tired. We've still got Tanaka in midfield, who I'm obviously not knocking as a player because I think he will be a good player for us for maybe the majority of the save. But with only Longstaff as backup, probably need to sign right there. We're not doing great defensively here. Odebear in towards Souza. Mateta Sarr. It's gone straight through you, Trafford. Do we need another goalkeeper as well? We definitely need to go ahead and grab ourselves a central defender in Archie Gray. I think he's going to go in the centre of defence. Especially after that move, we've made 6 passes. That is genuine embarrassment, if you ask me, as Sousa doesn't know where to go. We're doing good at pressing them. Gray is now on the field. I don't think he started this game, but again, it's crazy that he's actually playing, and hopefully we can buy him. That's gone through a lot of bodies. On to Kellen Fisher now, and Dan James. Dan James in front of him has Trasoldi. He's definitely not going to get sold, unless it is a Real Madrid or Barcelona, which I'm hoping don't come in for him, because we can't reject them. Another terrible pass in the midfield. Leaves our defence extremely exposed. We don't win a header against Wilson Odobert with a centre-back, Matthias Tell. Good tackle, Joe Roden. And Stack with an early pass. Stack into Dan James. Here's Trasoldi. James keeps on running. Trasoldi sold him with the dummy. He couldn't afford to miss that. The Lord and Saviour with a goal. Speak no evil celebration going on, which many are trying to read into now. Does it allude to not speaking about Archie Gray's arrival? Our fans are smart, and our manager is very smart, knowing we're kind of abandoning him, because he's straight in the office saying, boss, now I need more backing, because this is getting ridiculous. I love this team, I love this job, I love this city. Help me out here. Don't worry, Calvary is on its way. You know, I promised that 1 player, Daniel. You're getting 2, and you're getting a player similar quality to Schneiderud, who again I've probably butchered the name of. 2 signings hopefully to come in to help us in the Conference League. We've got Igor Paxiao, who's now on this list. I spoke about before Schneiderud actually came in. An easier name to hopefully say. Cheaper rejected a bid from Betis as Marseille, and he is experienced in Europe. As you can see, he's in the Champions League with Marseille. He's actually grabbed himself a goal, an assist, and caught the eye of me. So I'm going to actually get him first. He should be the cheaper option. We've still got Archie Gray to go after this, but we needed the Schneiderud replacement firstly. I don't want him playing that defensive left midfield position. He's going left winger. 4-year deal for the man who's linked with Leeds United in real life, and he is 83 rated, leaving us heavily stacked on the left hand side. 56 mil. Archie Gray rumoured about 48.5, and we're going to get a wage to him. I personally think it's a good deal to go to 48, try and leave some wage budget, and this is absolutely massive. He might be only 81 rated, but it is a return to Leeds for a Leeds homegrown boy in the Prem. Now, till Wilson comes back, what do we do with this team? Maybe we do that, although Gray looks a bit better in the midfield. Maybe we just trust him there. And statistically, he's well-rounded. His defensive stats aren't the best. The good 87 defending, however, doesn't truly lead me to thinking he's a centre-back. So he's going to be a versatile centre-mid. And when you sign an ex-Tottenham player, and you got the big win against Chelsea last season, you've got to play against them and their wacky tactics with Archie Gray. Paxiao should almost be a left mid or left winger. It's not long after the window, this one. We're waiting still to see the Conference League. James Trafford's not saving a thing. My days is playing awful, but let's go again, shall we then? In the middle, Anton Stack. Turns back and he gives it down the line into James. James around the corner. We need an instant response. Here's Fisher. He goes low into Trasoldi. Into Gray. Chelsea genuinely are there to be beaten. And guess what? Harry Wilson's still injured. That injury record. No. I really don't like it. So maybe we do have to look on the right hand side again. Which pains me to say because Wilson is a baller. Same as Chelsea here. Getting all the space. Delap round the corner. Palmer 2-0. Offside line is a joke. Maybe we need to make some tactical decisions. Or the gaffer does. That's us losing at the break. 2-0. Cole Palmer's put us on a lead, walked us round the block, which is Ellen Road. We should have a fortress here. And it's another lack of passing game for us. We need to start passing a lot more. Gabriel Goodmanson around the corner. Here goes Gray. He fits it into Paxiao. If we keep that passing up almost around the corner of Reece James, who's defending. Must have been shoved at centre-back by Alonso if he's still in charge. But here goes Anton Stack. Here goes Gray out wide into Fisher. There's Dan James whipping in a ball. No Calvert-Lewin. That's asking a lot from Trasoldi. Another player that could be on his way if we don't get winning. We can't have no Europe with him in our side. That's crazy talk. Goodmanson. Underlap here from Gray, who's trying to make more runs forward. Can someone support him? It's hot in the UK, but still this is no excuse for what's going on. Estevao, how twinkle toes do you want to be? It's straight through Trafford again. It's basic stuff at the back from Leeds United. Massive rotations being made, but Delap in the 83rd minute he's still beating us, despite with Calvert-Lewin on, despite with a lot of players on. They've learnt from the defeat to us last time out. They've absolutely dominated from start to finish. Santos shouldn't be there. It's Bino and Gittens, edge of the box. No one tracking. We've slid into block and it's in. Obviously it's in. James Trafford can't catch a cold. I feel utterly embarrassed to be Leeds United manager, which isn't words you like to hear from your manager in charge of the team taking the field. That month's been a bit up and down. Hey, we beat Forest. We did draw to Arsenal. Nothing too hasty. Despite me really not liking Daniel Farke's form, now we have backed him. We get a 5-0 win straight afterwards, and that should take us towards the Conference League, in which we play Dynamo of Romania. I like this football match. I like this competition, and I'm letting Farke know by text saying, Daniel, we've got to win. We might as well pile everything into the Conference League. What do you think? I'll come to my office to discuss it. No, that's fine. I'm on a scouting mission in Germany for next season at the moment. I thought I'd go this week, nip over there, and then try and win this Romania game, which obviously means so much to the club. I know the league form's unacceptable. I know that, boss. Bold of him to actually assume he'll be in a job for next season, as we should have lost to them. They miss a penalty in the last minute of leg 1. Right then, it's vital that we play this second game. Although there'll be a couple of rounds after this. We need to get through this to get into them rounds. And Wilson's back. Tariq is back. I was genuinely considering Muller in the goal, but then I thought, no, we need to win this competition. Trafford is having a howler. But then again, is the next England #1, which is what we need to see him as at Leeds United. Or put around the corner, don't concede straight away. That's a good, comfortable save. And hopefully what we are expected to see from him from now on. Paxiao across the box, Anton Stack. That's a brilliant chip over to Fisher, getting forward. Good save by their goalkeeper. Similar chance to Archie Grace against Chelsea before it all went down the pot. Need to keep the pressure on. Need to win this game. What is going on here though? Back to front. Why have they got so many bodies forward? Trafford should be catching it. His game's already proving to be nuts. Get the header away. Brilliant set piece. Far from convincing in this game, Leeds United. Anton Stack through the middle, however, and Gray out wide to Paxiao, who has gone up to an 84 now as a winger. And he's cutting inside. Champions League experienced player. Look at that run. Look at that goal. Trevelyan as well. Welcome to Leeds United. Igor Paxiao. What a finish, the Brazilian. I probably shouldn't get too hyped with the team we are playing against, but look at this. Is it a Trevelyan? Yes, it is. And it was a brilliant cut inside as well. That is exactly why we brought him to Leeds. Could you ever see Okafor doing that? Schneiderup? I'm never going to say his name right, but I don't need to anymore. I will learn it at some point fully off the top of my head. Paxiao goes again. Handball! Handball against us? What's going on? Surely that error needs to be rectified. VAR, where are you? As Rodon makes a brilliant tackle. Gray around the corner. Archie Gray's been dodgy in this game specifically. Not entirely dodgy since he's come back. And this is the man we're relying on. So if we're talking signings, at least we've got this man good. Oh my days, Archie Gray though. He did have a little bit of a gap. Anton Stack waiting for the pass. It's a perfect pass through. Fisher needed to get that right. Tresoldi almightily quiet in this one. Same as Harry Wilson as well. They've got a little bit of a flurry at the end of this game here. Musi going through. Serjan, the ex-Arsenal player, easy save. And in European competition, it's not about what the scoreline is. It's about getting through to the next round, which is almost immediately afterwards. Famalicão, we've actually got a decent draw. I'm definitely not going to speak out on my actual predictions. I just want to get this trophy won. This is a quarter-final, and out of the teams left in, I think we've got the favourable draw. Rotating ever so slightly to a team that is rotational, but has been playing whilst there's been injuries. Wilson's not been very good since he's returned, so Rhodes to the bench. Much more convincing this time round with rotational team, Calvert-Lewin, James. And James with a brace. I told you I didn't want to sell him. And Daniel Farke's finally speaking out how he's get some rhythm into this Leeds United squad. He's speaking out about the positivity now that we're back aligned with the two signings. They did cost a lot of money, so I goddamn hope he enjoys using them. I'm enjoying him picking up the form. Training injury clash. It's James Trafford. Maybe a blessing in disguise at the moment, and Ampadu. Trafford, abductor strain, 7 days isn't too bad. Ethan Ampadu, however, 4 weeks without the captain. And the form without him, well, the league's kind of gone. We're on to Fiorentina now in a semi-final. Difficult challenge. These have always made the final. Yeah, Fiorentina are the kings of the Conference League, all when it comes up to winning in that last two. With us having to stop them getting there, we're 12th in the league. We've got to play this game and focus on it. To be honest, we're only 10 points off getting Conference League again through the Premier League. But even the pundits know, and we know, the Premier League's not been good momentum-wise. We've never got a run of games together, so going into the second leg, it is 2-0. Ayo Tanaka, we might be able to do this without playing another. That might be us into the final. The last few games we do have Liverpool, maybe we test ourselves against the best. We want to be the best. You might remember earlier in the episodes, I rang Jurgen Klopp to talk about Leipzig, and news is breaking that he's actually returned to Liverpool to actually be the manager. Not officially, but it looks very likely. That's a shame, because he was on my potential shortlist. Here we go, Liverpool. And by the way, I'm not saying I'm sacking Daniel Farke. This is a save to the Champions League. He's not got us above, what, 6th? In 2 seasons. Now that is very much optimistic from me, but third season syndrome. We've turned this team from no 80 rated to almost the majority. We've got to get targeting higher aspirations and aims. Tresoldi is injured for this one. Plus, I think I might have gone with Calvert-Lewin anyway to rest Tresoldi for Europe. Hopefully get us into the Europa League, see how Daniel Farke does in that competition. Fish around the corner into Anton Stack. Anton Stack goes from range! The lad is getting a lot more confident, and I forgot to just mention it was half-time. Yeah, this game is flying by. Hopefully it flies by to get us into the Conference League. This game is kind of dead rubber. League form, I'd love to sneak into the top 10, but it doesn't really matter. That's a Dominic Szoboszlai special. What a chance. Archie Gray, though. In now to Anton Stack. Anton Stack never messes up with passes. I like the idea. Igor Paxiao gets on the ball. Ikomi, one of our new signings at the start of the season, yet to do anything, does win a corner. Now we need more corner set routines. Can probably score headers, hopefully, in FC27. You can't in this one. Here's Archie Gray looking for his first goal back. Jaros is in the goal though, so if there's any chance to... Actually, what a save by Trafford. But if there is a chance to, you know, get your opening goal, it's probably now. That's Kanate over the top. We should be seeing out a 0-0 draw, which I shouldn't celebrate. With the gaffer clearly stating, and I agree, all focus is on the Conference League from now on. I've simmed over the final game, which yet again is a bit disappointing to draw with Wolves. Real Sociedad, good team, good team. Ours was a good team. It's a knee cartilage injury, and Tresoldi, 6-7 days he's out for. That's funny, but not funny. He's out for our final game as long as the media doesn't find out. 86 rated. Hasn't been too great today, but we've not been too great, only scoring 2 goals, one coming from the new signing who has been. When you look at the 80 rated this season, we've almost got a full page. I think that is 10, maybe 9, maybe 11. I don't know, I can't count. Okay, so it's actually 8. I was wrong on all. But Anton Stack's getting better. Archie Gray, is he a midfielder yet? Goal scoring, a lot of goals came from Tresoldi, but you've got to say, apart from that, we did sell Schneiderrup, who got a lot. Dan James gets 12. He's the second best, but he shouldn't be. We got 10 goals, or 10 games, sorry. 5 goals, a goal every other game from Harry Wilson. When a player's got an injury record like he did just there, you might have to think about, you know, cutting him loose. I don't like to say it, but James has been good. In fact, for me this season personally, winning the player of the season, I don't want to give it Tresoldi again, but we'll need more from him. He's been starting games, he's 31 now. Fulham let him go on a free, despite him being that good. Makes you think. Although I don't think there's much to think about. Apart from winning this final game, I'm going to talk to Farke. I know you've been scouting in Germany. I know you've been thinking long and hard about next summer recruitment, but this is a big one. Win this game, enjoy the summer, absolutely rent-free in the head, or lose it, and a board meeting could be called. I just don't know what we'd do. We need the captain back as the captain, Ethan Ampadu, obviously. Tactics, do we alter anything? Do we try and surprise them by coming out of deep? I'm going to go bang on 50-50 balanced to see how the game is going. In terms of player roles, I think it should be fine. It's the way we've been playing. I like when Paxiao cuts inside. This is huge. Pride of Yorkshire, the flags I can see around this ground. TNT Sports, Grabara, Huddersfield in goal for them. It's going to be nitty gritty. And judging by the run I just saw, this game, why is there a bit of a kit clash? Now this is up to them not bringing their away kit. We should be in the home dressing room. We're in the home kit. But It looked like we lost actually to Fiorentina in that second leg, which has got me nervous. Real Sociedad, a good side, played Champions League football, which obviously is a far way off Conference League, which we need to win. We have to win in order to get into Europe next season. If not, Daniel Farke could be gone. Early start from them, crossing that ball in. Harry Gray getting it into Dan James. Dan James looking early for Igor Paxiao. Mr. Champions League. Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin, it's over everybody's head. Always get early chances. It was a good cross. Berene's running away now. Fisher has to catch up. I've preferred Fisher most of this season now over Justin, who's on the bench, who is a right mid. Fisher's good more going forward than defensively, unlike Justin. Oyarzabal into Torrentes. Good block by Gray. His brother's on the bench. Harry Gray needs to get some game time at some point. That's a good ball by Tariq. We're looking for this outlet that we've just signed today, but he's so wonderful. Igor Paxiao, he finds Calvert-Lewin. Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the team instead of Tresoldi. DCL with the goal when it matters. He's been the second choice striker all save. And this time, Super Leeds, yes it is, because he has gone and found a little gap behind a Sociedad defender. We've got to keep our heads till half-time, maybe make some changes. I know our team was a little bit tired because we don't have a big squad. We had to play Wolves, even though it was a damp squib of a game. We have to put players out there, and Oyarzabal the one that's scaring me now. Fisher nutmegs Beren, that's why he's in the team. He's absolutely playing wonderfully. Calvert-Lewin finds Ekomi. Through the middle there, Paxiao was always going to get shadowed, always going to get watched, and never be able to make the header. So far, though, this is going wonderfully to plan. I aren't making any changes at half-time, despite Tariq Mehremovic looking very tired. Anton Stack's been ruling this midfield all season. He could have been player of the season, you know? Very under the radar. I think he was in real life. He was really good. And Calvert-Lewin finds Fisher, who never finds himself that far forward. Maybe Harry Wilson still comes on. Tariq Mehremovic sprinting forward. That's passion for Leeds, is that? Passion for the badge. Despite not getting the pass right, Archie Gray needs to cover him because Sociedad are going to come forward quickly. Drop back Leeds United. I know we're balanced, but this is when we've got to watch out for them coming at us. Beren, he's going to try and pass that in the middle. The captain's back to Ampadu, who just has to watch. And Mehremovic is absolutely knackered, but the changes are Okafor and Wilson. I may drop Archie Gray back into defence in a second, put Ayo Tanaka in the midfield. He scored 2 against Fiorentina to get us in this position. Is Igor Paxiao, however. If he scores this goal, we know he's magical at cutting inside. Could have been the game over. More changes made now. We've got Keller off for James Justin, a bit of experience on. Did he play in Europe with Leicester City? It might have just been after the Leicester pump they had in Europe. But here goes Oyarzabal through. He's left his man. And they have put it wide of the post. Leeds United left to live. But we shouldn't be living. They should have capitalised on that. Made us pay. Had an extra time to look forward to. But no, Okafor, go towards the ball, please. I've just took Calvert-Lewin off. Do your job. Same as Justin. He's letting this man Bereni go forward a lot. 9 added minutes on top of stoppage time or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. It's stoppage time of 9 minutes. Bereni. He's going to cut inside. He's going to find the pass inside. And Tanaka. Let's get on ball. He's gave a penalty. VAR's going to check this as well. Is it handball? Oh, it's behind the back. Come on. Farke's not happy. Trafford hasn't been good at all at the start of this episode. Said the wrong way. Gonna have to go again. Now Sociedad go forward. Takefusa Kubo. Come on. Just don't bottle it in added time. That's the worst feeling. I'm trying to make all the changes I can. Fitness is a big worry. And it's a worry that the striker to come on. I'm going to put Okafor out wide. And it's Harry Gray to come on, who just needs to hold up this ball because we're not attacking. And when we do attack, it's through the wingers. But here goes Okafor. Can he score? No, he can't. It's a good save, Grabara. This is tenseness and utter suspenseness. Longstaff is even on. Gruev, unfortunately, not coming on. He didn't make the squad. Ayo Tanaka and Longstaff, just for that experience as well he had in the Champions League. Longstaff with Newcastle. Paxiao looking for that angle he loves. He's traveled it from here before. Maybe if he goes again. We have pushed and pushed, but we cannot blow the Sociedad house down. And you know what that means, lads and lasses? We are going to penalties in the Conference League finale. It's going to be Wilson up first. Told you he's not been good all season, Harry Wilson. Now we have started horrifically. We should have won this in normal time, but Trafford makes up for Oyarzabal's goal in normal time. Now Noah Okafor, I'm going to repeat that way. I think he dives the wrong way, and he does. Sergio Gomez, ex-Manchester City, good player, can literally play anywhere, and goes the same way. So now Trafford is 2 for 2. He should have been that in the game. Igor Paxiao's brilliant. I don't think he'll miss at all. But he does miss. It's a brilliant save by Grabara. It's going to be Bryce Mendes. I think that is his first name. He goes the other way finally. 1-1 on the night. And this is Archie Gray, the new signing back at the club. Archie Gray. Yes. Best penalty of the night. John Marine. I think it's him, maybe a different player. Marine. Oh, he should have saved that, Trafford. So now it's Harry Gray. Big pressure on the youngster. Harry Gray to try and send Leeds through and win the trophy. He's gone down the middle. Oh, that is horrible for the team. That's a confidence killer. We're going to have no European competition next year if Kubo scores, which Kubo does. Leeds United bottle this final.